You're here today because you want to learn more about the general science program, and that's what I hope to share with you. So in the Faculty of Science, we pride ourselves on the quality of degree that you'll get. We know that you're not born a scientist, so it's our job to train you. So in our faculty, you can expect to receive a quality education that is going to challenge you and also be innovative, and you'll become part of a small science community within a large university. So a couple of things that I want to bring your attention to is labs. Lab training is really important in a science degree, and you can bet that will teach you effective experimentation, specialized lab techniques, and the ability to operate and understand complex apparatus. We also pride ourselves on the fact that you'll have the highest number of contact hours and the lowest lab fees compared to other universities across Canada. And our labs are small. So although lectures might be large with, hundreds, 200, 300 students, your labs will remain small with 20 to 25 students. There's also a lot of unique learning sites, both on campus and off campus. So on campus, we've got paleontology museums. We've got a greenhouse on the 5th floor of the Biological Sciences building. We have a dino lab where they're bringing fossils that they've dug up in the province, and you can actually scrape away at them. We have an astronomical observatory on the top of our building. We have a geoscience rock garden, a hardware hacker space, so on and so forth. There's a lot of cool things that you can access as a student on campus, and it'll just enhance your learning. We also have hundreds of courses to choose from. So it's no surprise that a lot of students who are seeking a lot of variety in their degree are really happy with the Faculty of Science and what we offer, because you can take so many different courses in your science program, plus a lot of interdisciplinary and online courses. Our professors are also some of the best in the world, and they're world-renowned and recognized. So the same professors that are doing research are actually teaching first, second, third, and fourth year courses. So their passion really comes through when they're teaching you their courses, and you can expect that these professors are accessible during office hours. You get questions in class, and they're really approachable and happy to help and teach you along the way. Sorry. Research is also really important, and you don't need to wait until your 3rd or 4th year to get involved in research. You can do research right from 1st year, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And of course, we're here to support you. So in the Faculty of Science, we have a dedicated team of advisors and student services that you can access at any time. You can make appointments, you can drop in, and we're always here to support you. Plus, there are all other academic support services that you can access to assist you with your courses. So if you need help with your math or statistics courses, your chemistry lab reports, or even your physics homework, there are places that assist you with that. So it's probably confusing to know what you want to do. A lot of students aren't sure, and they definitely don't know what program to apply to. So in the Faculty of Science, we have 4 distinct degree programs: General Sciences, Specialization, Honors, and the combined Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Education. So really, we have degrees to fit every single person. However, that being said, a lot of students are confused with which degree program is right for me. So today we're going to focus on the General Science program, and I'll talk in detail about that. But we do have some upcoming webinars on the Specialization and Honors programs as well. So next Tuesday, we'll be talking about Specialization. On September 29th, we'll be talking about the Honors program. And then we have another webinar on October 7th about experiential extras, so things that you can add to your degree. I would say that when I meet students, this is the #1 question: what is the difference between general, specialization, and honors? And so I hope to clarify general sciences for you today. Hopefully you have a little bit of an idea. But we have a lot of disciplines that you can study in sciences. So we've got biological sciences, chemistry, math, and statistical sciences, as well as physics. But then we also have computing science, earth and atmospheric sciences, psychology, and then the medical and health sciences. So is there one here that stands out to you? Definitely when you're in high school, you're studying biology, chemistry, math, and physics, and those are known to you. But how do you know that you don't like computing science or math and statistics or psychology or even the medical and health field? So you'll have that ability in our general science program to really test the waters in all of these different areas, which is definitely why it is our most popular program for students, because it gives you so much variety and it can really help you figure out what you like, and then you can really tailor your degree from there. So the general science, the Bachelor of Science General degree is meant to be a 4-year program. However, that being said, you can study part-time in this degree program, and it is the only degree program in our faculty that you can study part-time. So just to clarify what the difference is between full-time and part-time, full-time would be 3 to 5 courses per term. So, you know, the terms are divided into the fall term and the winter term. So you'd have to take 3 to 5 courses per term. If you're part-time, then that would be 1 to 2 courses per term. So students entering the general science program have that opportunity to, you know, full-time or part-time. Some students are working or have other commitments, and so part-time works for them. But then you need to understand that if you're studying part-time, that your degree program will be longer than 4 years. If you want to finish your degree in 4 years, then you would want to study full-time and take 5 courses per term to finish in 4 years. The general science program is definitely the most flexible and the most popular, like I mentioned, because you can study lots of different areas and you can customize it to yourself. And the main difference from this degree program to the other programs, specialization and honors, is that you can focus on more than one study area. So you can actually study 2 areas in your degree, because you have to pick having a major and a minor or having a double major. So in this degree program, it's also the least academic, because specialization and honors programs are highly structured and more academic. In this program, you have to just maintain a GPA of 2.0 to remain in good standing and continue on throughout your program. What else can I add to that? I would say, no matter where you start in our faculty, your first year is going to be very similar, no matter which program that you're in. The main difference is just the academic requirements, and then moving on to second, third, and fourth year, that's where you'll see the biggest change. So general sciences in first year, you're going to take some English classes, some physical science courses, some mathematical and statistical science courses, as well as laboratory courses. And so between those areas, you'll kind of touch on all the different disciplines and see what you like. It's really common that a student will come in thinking that they like, you know, one particular area, and then they're exposed to other courses they didn't take in high school, and that kind of changes their path from there on out. So what are the available majors and minors that you can study in general sciences? So like I mentioned, when you're in this program, you have to either declare a major and a minor or a double major. When you do your application, if you're not sure what your major and minor will be, you can definitely leave it undeclared. That's not a bad thing. It just means that you're not sure. You can remain undeclared in general sciences for up to 2 years. And at that point, you'd have to declare, you know, and you should know what you're interested in. So your available majors are biology, chemistry, computing science, earth and atmospheric sciences, math, statistics, physical sciences, physics, or psychology. If you'd like to add a minor, you can choose from science, arts, agriculture, business, human ecology, or nutrition. If you choose to have a double major, then the 2 areas must be in science. You'd have to just pick from this list here. If you have a major and a minor, that's where you can really see that you can have a major in science, but your minor can be in something completely different. So we have students who major in math, but then have a minor in drama. Or we have students that major in psychology and then have a minor in nutrition. So it's really up to you. The only asterisk in this minor list is the business minor, which I'll talk about in an upcoming slide. So in order to graduate, you're going to have to complete 120 credits. And so when you have a major and a minor, there are a certain number of credits you must complete to get the major. So if you choose your major to be in chemistry, you're going to have to do a minimum of at least 12 courses in chemistry. And then if you have a minor, you're going to have to take 24 credits or at least 8 courses in your minor. So those are the minimums. You can definitely take more than that. But that just so that you understand how it works as we're counting towards your credits. I would say the other major that's really popular among students is biological sciences. So the biological science umbrella actually holds 16 other courses that you can choose from that count towards biological sciences major. So within this major, you can take biochemistry, bioinformatics, biology, botany, cell biology, entomology, genetics, immunology and infection, marine science, medical microbiology, neuroscience, paleontology, physiology, pharmacology, and zoology. So it's really cool. So the difference here is if you're in a general science program and say you're kind of interested in neuroscience, or you're also interested in biochemistry, within this major, you can take these courses and kind of mix it up and take courses in lots of different areas because it all appeals to you. If you were to be in a specialization or honors program, that's where it's really different. You're basically focusing your degree on, say, taking biochemistry courses, if that's what your major is. I hope that explains it a little bit more. So the business minor had the asterisk because it's not direct entry. This means that you can't actually apply to the general science program with a business minor right from high school. You actually have to complete at least 1 year of university and then formally submit another application to choose the business minor as your minor. Admission is competitive, and the preference is usually given to students who have met the requirements. So in order to meet the requirements, you have to take 8 certain courses in your first year and achieve a competitive GPA. So when you're in your first year of university, the application cycle is always the same. It would open October 1st to March 1st, and you'd be applying for that next cycle, that next September. So students who are trying to get into the business minor would take 2 English courses, 2 economics courses, a math course, and then another course from math, computing, or statistics, and then 2 courses from biology, chemistry, earth sciences, physics, or psychology. So if this is something you're interested in, just know that you'll have to work towards some other requirements in first year to formally apply to that program. So I hope that explains the general science program. These webinars are meant to be pretty short so that we can take some questions. But before we get there, I do have a video to share with you from a current general science student. They are our science mentors, so they volunteer to help transition first year students into university. And so they couldn't be here with us tonight due to other commitments, but they did submit a video that I will play with for you. Just gonna take my headphones off.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Charlotte Logan. I am in my 3rd year of my BSc General degree. My minor is in business and my major is in biological sciences. So I'm actually from Sherwood Park, Alberta. I actually live rurally, so I went to high school at Salisbury Composite High in Sherwood Park. So any Sal savers out there. So I did take a couple IB classes in high school. Bio and chemistry, but I didn't end up using any of that towards my degree. I just kind of did the standard first year full course load kind of thing. So I decided to go to the U of A mostly because it's so close to me and I really wanted to stay at home for my first year of schooling, just because it is such a transition to, go into university and adjust to that. So I wanted to live at home for that, but also because it's such a top ranking university in so many different areas, right? Teaching as well as especially research. And that was something that really interested me as well. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose it. Why not, go somewhere that's close to home and that you're maybe comfortable with, you've been before, but also that is a really great option as well, right? You kind of get the best of both worlds with that. I actually started in a BSc honors program, so my major was physiology, but I kind of chose it because in high school I really loved structure and, just knowing exactly what classes I was going to take, exactly where my life was going, kind of. And then as I started to grow a little bit in my first and second year of university, I decided that, I don't really want to, pigeonhole myself as much. And I really love doing a lot of different things with my time, my education, my volunteering, my career, things like that. So I decided to switch into a BSc General with a business minor. That's what the program is called, but it's still a general degree. So I still have a ton of options about for classes and different things I can do with it. So, I mean, nothing against, specialization in honors programs, but for me personally, I just wanted more options as I kind of came out of my shell more and realized, that I want to spread my wings a bit and try a bunch of different things. So that's the thing I love about my BSc General degree actually the most, is that I can take a bunch of different classes. Like, for example, this semester I'm taking marketing and I'm doing a microbiome course, and then I'm also doing a criminology class. So it's a lot of different things that are interesting to me that I think maybe might help me in the future, or that I just really love learning about, and I think that's invaluable. So That's kind of my personal reason why I chose a BSc General. But in terms of other things I've done in my degree as well, I have dabbled in a little bit of research, and I did my own capstone research project in my first year through an interdisciplinary program that the Faculty of Science offered. They don't offer it anymore, unfortunately, but it was really great. I did kind of, dip my toe in the waters of research a bit. Didn't love it as much as I thought, but that's okay. I still have pursued a little bit after that, explored, seen what's for me. I know everybody's different, right? So for me, I prefer being a part of a science mentor program, which I help, mentor first year students. And I love volunteering at the hospital, at the K clinic, and out in my community doing different things. So that's where I kind of like to spend my time as well as working. So that's for me. In terms of what I want to do in the future for my degree, I'm really looking into optometry right now. So kind of down in the States doing some my Doctor of Optometry degree. And so that's kind of where I'm headed next. Sorry I couldn't talk to you guys in person. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll pass on my email to the hosts and they can definitely give it to you. So if you have any questions about BSc General or anything else, science related or anything like that, feel free to ask me. Okay, thank you.
That was Charlotte. So yeah, she's in her third year of the general science program, biological science major, business minor. And we do have one more video from Hannah. She's also in her third year, and she's actually doing a double major in biological sciences and earth and atmospheric sciences. So we'll see what she has to say.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I'm 20 and I'm in my third year of my general sciences undergrad here at the U of A. I'm from north of Edmonton, and I went to Paul Kane High School in St. Albert. I took a normal stream in high school, except I did take AP Math. I enrolled in the General Sciences program because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be in sciences, but I wasn't that committed to a specific stream, so I wanted to try a little bit of everything. That ended up being a good choice because in your first year of general science, you an intro physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, earth and atmospheric sciences, aka EAS, and it was really great to try a bit of everything. I ended up majoring in biology and EAS, and that's been really nice to be able to tailor my degree towards my interests in both of those subjects. What I really like about general sciences is it does allow you to do that. You can really take a bit of everything until you decide what's best for you. If you want to switch into a specialization, you can, but it really just is very personal. It's also opened up a lot of opportunities for other aspects of university life. Right now, I'm enrolled in a spring class this upcoming May at the University of Alberta Cortona campus in Tuscany, Italy. This is an arts campus, but it's going to be one of my arts electives. As well, I was a research student this past summer at a U of A EAS lab under Dr. Maya Bhatia. What I was doing with her is collecting field samples from rivers all over Alberta. So it was a lot of driving and a lot of lab work, but I loved it. And I ended up deciding to use the data I collected to do an undergraduate research paper. This isn't a requirement of a general sciences degree, but me and my prof decided that that's what's best for me, and I'm really excited to be pursuing this research more. Another thing I've been able to do is become a science mentor. So I help first year science students adjust to university life, and I'm just someone that they can talk to, and that's been really, really rewarding. I really enjoyed that. So since I am in the second half of my degree, I've also been thinking a lot about what's next for me after university. Med school has always been my goal, so I am going to take my MCAT this upcoming summer. A lot of studying, but I'm excited to get that done. And I'm also looking at all the opportunities that the university has for graduate programs. Overall, I'd say I'm really happy that I did general sciences and stuck with it. I've been able to have what I feel is a really well-rounded degree, and it feels like I've kind of customized it to be exactly what I've wanted. And I've ended up discovering a lot of interests I didn't know I had and taking classes that have ended up being my favorite, and I never thought they would be. So I would totally recommend general sciences to anyone who doesn't have a super specific stream in mind, or who wants to maybe mix a bit of arts, a bit of sciences, a bit of everything. It's a great program.
All right. So thanks to Charlotte and Hannah for sharing their experience in the general science program. I know that prospective students who are thinking about applying always like to chat with someone who's actually going through it. So I hope you appreciated that. I would say the next most asked question is, what can I do with my science degree? And a lot of people approach me and say, well, I heard you can't do anything with this degree. That's definitely not true. You have so many opportunities to find a career in sciences. The difference is when you come to our faculty, that career path is just not, it's not laid out for you because you have so many options. So we created a website, uab.ca/science careers. And so you can take a look at that and see, you know, if I was to do a degree in chemistry or physics or math, where could I work? What kind of skills would I learn? And this is not meant to be, you know, a definite list of career opportunities. It's just supposed to give you an idea, because by the time you graduate, there could be another career opportunity out there for you. So I'd love for you all to just remember that our students actually do find work after graduation. In fact, at the University of Alberta, we're the university that has the highest employment rate for our graduates. So that's really great to know. So we've gone through the degree program, but what do you need to actually get into the Faculty of Science General Science program? When you apply, we are strictly basing it on your academic history. So we're going to be looking at your high school courses. So we need to see 5 subjects in order to admit you to the Faculty of Science, and you need to present a competitive average among those 5 courses. So the best tool to use online is uab.ca/programs. So you can search any of the programs at the University of Alberta, and then you can actually see the list of the 5 courses, and then you can also interchange it by provinces. So it's really handy if you're not in Alberta. This is obviously showing Alberta curriculum, but if you're in BC, you can toggle to BC and you can see, you know, the courses that you would need. So we definitely need English 30-1. And then we need to see a Math 30-1 course. We can't see the -2 course, so we need Math 30-1. We also need to see 2 science courses, so you can choose from Chemistry 30, Bio 30, Physics 30, Math 31, or Computing Science. And then the 5th course could be one of 100. So it can be a fine arts course, it can, like, you know, drama or music. It can be a humanities course like social, Aboriginal studies, all -1 levels. It can be any other language. So I've seen students apply with Chinese or Spanish, French, or it could be another math or science. The most important thing to know is that when you submit your application, you should be listing all of the courses that you've completed. You shouldn't just be giving us a list of 5 courses, because that leaves a little bit of room for error when you do your application. So to be sure that we have everything we need, just know you submit everything. So you'll apply with all of your final grade 11 marks, and then if you have any completed grade 12s by the time that you're applying. And if you don't have any completed grade 12 marks, then you'll need to submit a list of what you're taking this year, so we can see that you're actually working towards the required courses to be admitted. Now, when you first apply, you could be admitted because we can use your grade 11 marks in order to admit you. But if you're not to panic. It's a rolling application. So essentially, once you apply once, later on in the cycle, when you have your final grade 12 marks, you can submit them to us and we can reevaluate you and your average again and see if we can offer you admission. So, and again, at that point, if you're still not admitted, we do one final evaluation when you finish grade 12 to try and admit you to the Faculty of Science. The way it works in our faculty is if you present the competitive average, you'll be admitted to the program that you've applied to. And currently, the general science specialization and honors programs all tend to admit at the same high school average. We don't like to share what our average is just because it can change year to year and throughout the year, but we are a pretty competitive faculty, so just strive for the best marks possible and submit your application. So to apply, you would go to uab.ca/apply. Applications for September 2021 will open on October 1st until March 1st. So that is your window to apply. Some students ask if there's a benefit to applying early, and there is, because if you're interested in applying for scholarships, the scholarship deadline is typically the 2nd week of December. So in order to apply for additional scholarships that are not automatic, you need to actually submit your application, and then you can apply for those scholarships. If you choose to wait to apply until February or March 1st, that's up to you, but just know that you won't be able to apply for those other scholarships. So that brings me to my final slide.